Welcome to this channel, and in this video we're going to be taking question 13 of Cambridge Igcse October-November 2023 paper 21. So the question says, at the end of 2021 there were 27,000 rhinos living in the wild. The number of rhinos is expected to decrease exponentially by 3% each year. Work out the number of rhinos expected to be living in the wild at the end of 2025. Give your answer. Correct the nearest whole number. So this is easy. So the simple formula to do this is, since we're looking for the number of rhinos, let's call that n. It will be equal to the original number of rhinos, let's call that nt, into 1 negative r over 100 to the power n, right? And don't be confused. Do not be confused. This n is the number expected, right? This nt is the initial number of rhinos, and then r represents the exponential decrease, which in this case is 3%. So simply 3 over 100, and then n is the number of years, right? And in this case it says, work out the number expected to be living in the wild at the end of 2025, right? So this was at the end of 2021, so the distance is simply 4 years. So in this case n is equal to 4. So what we're simply going to do here is to say that the number of rhinos expected, right, is equal to 27,000 into 1 negative 3 over 100 to the power 4, right? And if we should simplify 1 negative 3 over 100, what we have is 27,000 into 97 over 100 to the power 4. And then by the time we should simplify this, we're going to have 27,000 into 97 over 100 to the power 4. We're going to have 23,902.90587. And then the question says correct to the nearest whole number. So this is the whole part of this number. So we look at the number directly behind the whole number, which is 9, right? So 9 can approximate this to become, because 9 is greater than 5, it becomes 23,903 rhinos are expected to be in the wild as of the end of 2025. So the question now is, how does this work, right? This is not just some cooked up formula, right? So I'll just give you a general hint on how this came about. So if a student taking this exam, or a candidate taking this exam, was asked this, the manual method is to start doing 3 over 100 multiplied by 27,000, and then, right, just like what you must have learned on decrease, if you're asked to decrease a value by 3%, what you do is do what? Find 3% of that value and then subtract from the original value, right? So 3 over 100 times 27,000, this cancels, this cancels, this cancels. But let me just put it this way. 3 over 100 multiplied by 27,000, this way. So after getting the value of this, you will subtract it from 27,000, right? So that's going to be 27,000 minus 3 over 100 times 27,000. That will give you the new value, right? So that's, if we should factor out 27,000, we have 27,000 into 1 negative 3 over 100. Do you notice? So are you seeing how it's relating to this that says n into 1 negative r over 100 to the power n, right, where n is the number of, that's the space. So if we should then get for the second year, right, this is the amount for the first year, right? So for the second year, what we're going to have is 3% of 27,000 into 1 negative 3 over 100 to the power 1. And then we then subtract it from what? 27,000 into 1 negative 3 over 100 minus 3 over 100 of 27,000 into 1 negative 3 over 100, right? I don't know if you're getting this, because this is a new value, right? And then we're subtracting it from 3% of that value, right? So what do you notice here? You can see that this is a factor on both sides. So that's 27,000 into 1 negative 3 over 100, right, into 1 negative 3 over 100, right? So we're factoring this out. You notice that. So that's going to be what? 27,000 into 1 negative 3 over 100 to the power 2, right? Did you see what happened? So that's the easy method. So once you're given something like this, all you simply need to do, take the original value, in this case 27,000, right? And then multiply it by 1 negative, because it's a decrease, an exponential decrease, minus 3 over 100 to the power of the number of years, right? And since it says 2025, that's a 4-year difference, so to the power 4. But if the question said expected to increase, right, it's the reverse. It's simply going to be n into 1 plus, right, r over 100 to the power of the small n, right? That's very simple. Thank you so much for watching this video, right? I hope you really learned big time from this, and please do well to like this video, subscribe to this channel, comment, right, share this video. Thank you so much once again, and have a nice day.